set number 2 on Prokhorovka. Insidious Gaming once again as the blue side down to the south.
Yeah, not a whole lot of difference when it comes to tank picks. The only difference, as a matter of fact, well, excluding the light tractor instead of the T1, would be that the T32 has been traded for a T69 on the Immortal side.
Yeah, and a little bit of a more mobile, actually a little bit different setup coming from Insidious Gaming, trading out those 110s for that those 2 T32s, and then the extra, actually no, KV5 being traded for the MX-13 there. And already we do see the Immortals kind of spreading out here. We do see Sirius, and I believe it is the T69 behind him kind of scouting the center part, the center line of the field area, whereas I think this is 2 AMX-50s up there way to the northern part of the railway. With, of course, I think both the T32s kind of, or one T32, excuse me, right by next to the railway. Yeah, very passive, actually, very defensive lineup for Insidious Gaming right now. They're not trying to give away anything, any big advantages so far right now. Oh, Morph's actually repositioning slightly. They might look to engage this. I mean, judging by their position right now, they actually might go in here. Oh, look at Hades landing a big shot already. T1 also getting taken down. Black 4 falling to the hands of Savange there. So those 2 AMX-50s up there to the way northern part of the railway are going to be really crucial here. If those 50s can land their shots, this should be a no contest victory for the Immortals. However, you know, Insidious Gaming are playing this quite well here. They're only keeping a couple of their tanks in firing distance and just range.
Those are T32.
Exactly. And the other tanks, I think, are just waiting just a little bit longer, just for maybe the Immortals to overcommit a little bit. Yeah, and Hobbs up here on the hilltop. The thing is, yeah, if the Immortals are a little bit, and they overcommit even a little bit, most of the tanks on the Insidious Gaming side will be able to land shots on them, especially
if they cross towards the middle, they're gonna get cut in half. They're gonna get cut in half. There's no way they can withstand like all this firepower.
Yeah, even Hades, I mean, even though he's in the most like heavily armored and
most hit point tank, like it's just no way he can just pull this off by himself.
Yeah, definitely. Hobbs trying to line up here to try and land a shot onto Hades, but no angles available just yet here.
Well, the Immortals are not stupid. They know what's going on here. It's just like, okay, you know what? We're not going to cross that recklessly.
Yeah, especially against
giving it away.
T32s.
Yeah, just and the 50s right behind them. Yeah, it's just that would be just completely giving it away. But Insidious Gaming not really allowing their opponents to engage them as well. So that's it's a very safe defensive setup they've got.
And this guy's actually slightly. You're moving over there.
Well, he's trying to get the extra angle.
Yeah, trying to move into the village area. But Sichai still kind of guarding and just keeping the other tanks behind him safe. Ooh, the AMX-50 is also repositioning here. So they have moved over a little bit away from the railway area. And I think that's the reason why is because they're afraid of the Sirius maybe trying to do something fishy. And they're going to just pull back a little bit just so they can have the angle if the Sirius decides to cross. The Law Tractor actually, Nisa falling there as well. Both tier 1 scouts on the Insidious Gaming falling already. Oh, huge shot. T32 falling already. We didn't get a chance to see that actually going down, but Deskai's already going down here. That is an inevitable advantage that the Immortals have at this point. I mean, honestly, both T1s and the T32 going down already. I honestly don't know how Insidious Gaming can even come back in this. And the base capture is also going down for the Immortals, so now Insidious Gaming absolutely have to come out of cover and try and engage this. And, you know, the Immortals with those aiming techniques, and even Hades here, and even Iron Buds, all these tanks in the right positioning here, even the Sirius in the AMX-50 down to the southern part of the railway area, stopping those tanks, trying to retreat to stop the base capture here. Sirius in a little bit of danger though, because he is facing off against at least 2 of these tanks. The T1 does get taken out, so base capture is completely stopped. Elite also trading that life of the series, so it is tied up here. Only a 1 tier point advantage going in favor of the Immortals at this point, and the Immortals trying to push on their advantage they had, but now that Insidious Gaming traded for that AMX-13, it's fairly even here, and Hades going down, so now the advantage switching over to Insidious Gaming.
That was a brilliant bit of counter-attacking from ISG actually, and kind of reckless for the Immortals to go for that capture straight up like that, because they knew that the 50-100 were still like really close to the southern base. They didn't need to do this, and besides, they also almost sacrificed that 1390. The Sirius, like really, he had no
Oh, they're
reason
coming in.
to be
Oh,
out
look
there.
at this. Savage and Neverbest in those AMX 50 trying to come in here, trying to take out Seachai immediately. They have to burst them down if they want to have any chances. They managed to do that, and now they have to at least slightly retreat. Because that is exactly what's going to happen. They're just going to go down by those other AMX 50s on the opposing side. So once again, advantage going in favor of Insidious.
And now they got, because they took care of the T1, they do have the tier point advantage too. So,
look at this. Neverbest trying to finish off Griffs here.
Yeah.
Or actually, he might not. Okay, now he finally spotted him. So Griff's now in some danger here. One shot landing. The second shot landing as well. So it's tied up again.
Yeah, Grits was reloading.
Oh man, Elite now trying to move in here. Neverbest might be reloading at this point. He's actually just trying to regroup with Iron Buzz. So right move by him. It's gonna force Elite and no, not Elite. It's gonna force now, Elite and Hobbs to reposition at this point. Neverbest is very healthy actually, still at full hit points. If they can position Neverbest correctly, if he also has a full autoloader.
Elite isn't.
No way.
He went down.
Oh no way! Immortals are actually gonna take this. That is an amazing comeback once again here. I think even the last time they played against Anubis, or was it Anubis? But the last time we saw them on Tuesday against
it was 789.
Yeah, 789. We kept saying that 789 must be so frustrated because of how just resilient those immortal tanks are. No matter how low you get them, no matter how many shots you land, they just still continue to pop out one by one. Just another full hit point tank, full hit point tank there, and another full hit point there. And the thing is, it just becomes overwhelming after a while.
Yeah, it was a much more solid performance coming from ISG this time around, but still not enough, eh? And Hobbs was virtually useless on top of his hill.
Yeah, I have to say,
he was just like useless.
Honestly, I would prefer an AMX 50 up on the hilltop than an AMX 13. Because the thing is, an AMX 13, but see what Hobbs is doing right now, moving up here to the northern part of the map.
I mean, he finished 3 tanks, but he got the 3 kills. But it's just, I don't know. I reckon it would have been much better, to have an extra 50-100 or an extra T32 closer to the actual fight, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely so here. Hobbs trying to make something happen, but I mean, it's going to be extremely hard. I mean, Neverbest is still at full health.
Exactly. It's just, there's no way he can just... I mean,
Iron Buzz is at around like half, too. So, I mean, really, that's 1.5 tanks that Hobbs has to deal with in an AMX 13. I mean, unless, Neverbest and Iron Buzz miss every single one of their shots, which is not going to happen. Yeah, the chances of that happening are close to none. They really have.
I mean, although he's got the speed, he's got the mobility, like he just doesn't have the firepower to just dent those tanks in off.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, the AMX 13 is another one of those tanks that just aren't that phenomenal alone. I mean, the tanks that strike me.
You need two. You need two at least. You need a pair of those to just outmaneuver those heavy tanks. But on a 1 versus 2 situation,
there's no way.
You can't pull off anything.
I mean, the kind of tanks that strike me as phenomenal, just single solo tanks, are like the Pershing, even like the T69 is a great solo tank, even the IS-3, and the 110. Just those particular tanks, they're really, and we even saw, I believe it was one of the members on the
Kumi.
Kumi. That's right. Yeah, in that
with the Pershing.
Yeah, in that Pershing. I mean, 1v3ing tanks. I mean, really, that's a very rare instance where you can actually see that happening there, and. The AMX 13 is, although it holds up its own in 1v1 situations, it doesn't have enough firepower and it doesn't have enough armor to deal with a 1v1 situation or even a 2v1. So Hobbs is just trying to hunt down those guys, but really, I mean,
they lost these guys like way too early as well, and it's just one of those tanks that was supposed to protect the 50s 100 up front, and both 50s 100 on the ISG side went down because they were reloading as well. So it's just a bit of an unfortunate turn of events for them, but they can only blame themselves and Captain Death guys as well, who just got so lamely taken down early on.
Still trying to hunt down these guys, but about less than a minute now remaining here, about 50 seconds. And I'm guessing that Iron Buzz and Neverbest are still kind of towards the southern part of the railway area, so if Hobbs continues to progress
he's gonna
over there,
he's gonna have to cross to engage them, there we go. Yeah, he's gonna take it out here. Yeah, already. Oh, Neverbest actually missing that first shot here. Hobbs doing the right move, actually just continuing to move until they waste more of their bullets here. Hobbs actually, so Neverbest used at least 2 bullets there. Iron Buzz missing 1. So Iron Buzz, although
Actually, both of the Tanks are autoloaders, so if he can force, you know, both them to use all of their shells, he might have a chance, but the thing is there's just too much firepower.
Yeah. Forget it.
Yeah.